so bright, brighter than the rainbow. One night that we live tonight, let's ride till we're out of sight. So far, so they never fade down our halo. Oh, let it go. Oh, let it go. One moon to inspire these lines, one love to ignite our hearts, one song we'll be singing out loud. Oh, there's no stairway to the sky, but I believe it as a child. We'll fly, fly so high, no they can't make us calm down. Oh, let it go. Oh, let it go.
scoot. We're gonna. Yeah. It's called Zay. The most heard. We ended up because so let's write a little bit called beauty. No, we don't. Okay, wait, Trish. Guy, I, and then I did. I was calling him Brian. So like, a good idea is to just know that our take I need time that they uh have this and okay, let's not we didn't have to we could it's just but I discovered skill honored I was like what great it everything into this is really weird can't stop them on it yeah I just did direction but I thought it was 2 hours well I can say late dream me thanks Mike let me turn this down a little bit. Use the Yeti microphone. You go down to it. Oh, you go there.
Hello?
Right.
Was that?
Oh my god, that's the problem. My we couldn't hear it because they were going to the Astros. The ping of it disconnecting to the Astros.
Cool.
But we're here now, guys.
Yay!
Now we're probably.
We know you couldn't hear us at all, but we're back. You know what? We have 7 people sitting here watching us not know how to hook up a goddamn microphone.
Would you believe that we've been doing this for 59 weeks? I like the chat now. Maybe I'm just gonna have stuff break like all the time because you guys talk way more now. So I'm just gonna like.
So all right, so I show up today. I'm like, hey man, we got to do the show. And he's like, cool. All of his stuff is disconnected. All of his monitors, his microphone. The only thing I think it was even still hooked up was the keyboard. Maybe. Man, all right. This is not my stuff. This is his stuff. My stuff is always set up right. I won't go live unless I know that it's going to work. I do test runs and stuff before I go on. He goes like this, button, let's go. We'll figure it out while we're on the air.
That's pure. That's pure on the spot thinking.
Jenks, it's good to see you, man. I was kind of bummed out we didn't get to play any D&D this week.
Hey, we can blame Coach all we want, but guess what, guy?
Especially when it definitely was Coach's fault.
You know, I'll take the hit for this one. But guys, triple monitor mount, highly recommend. because it does look really cool. It does look like you should be like working a guided missile. But we're back. We sound good, okay, and everything, and we're gonna get.
I'm even getting angry texts. Your mic isn't working. I'm like,
Who sent you
okay.
an angry text?
Our fans.
I mean, it wasn't that it wasn't working. It just disconnected, then connected again, then disconnected and connected again. But it's all good.
It's fine.
We did that on purpose. We were testing.
It was a test of your loyalty, and you all passed.
Yeah, good job. Good job. But how's everybody's weekend going? I know football just started. Again.
But this show is better than football.
Yes.
You can watch us side by side with football, but if you ever choose football over us, shame.
Hearts are broken.
For shame.
I just want to see how everybody's doing. What teams are you watching today? What is your favorite team? If you say the Browns, I'm going to laugh at you, but that's okay because I'm a Giants fan. Also, kind of while you guys are typing in the chat here, what's been up with you? Because you know my life right now. This is my life. Breaking stuff.
So we actually can't even do the podcast at my house right now because everything is like I have boxes everywhere. The stand where my TV was sitting, it's now in your old house. My TV is actually sitting on top of the table that we used to do the podcast on, and all my like my consoles and stuff, they're all boxed up right now. And then I've got like a stack of totes and stuff sitting over by my closet. Like we physically cannot get 2 chairs in there to do the podcast right now. It could not happen. We could do it remotely from Skype or something, but that would be about it.
You know, I've thought about doing that. One, to cut you down on gas. I mean, I do like to see you, but we could do it remote.
We probably could at some point, and we may have to if weather gets bad or.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna make anybody drive in the snow.
No. But I mean, if the weather's not too bad, so yeah, I mean that. So why did I unhook all that stuff? I bought a new TV, and
It's massive.
it's beautiful.
It's huge.
It's so pretty.
Yeah.
It's the prettiest thing I've ever bought. But so when I was checking out, the guy's like, "Hey, do you want to sign up for a credit card and we can give you 24 months, same as cash?" I was like, "Well, that's a pretty good deal." But like, I'm getting ready to assume that loan on the house, and I didn't really want to put any more stuff on my credit right now. I feel like it would have still been fine, but
Your credit's about to get DD.
it's about to get an RKO out of nowhere, and that's fine. So I was like, "No, I'm just gonna pay for it." And he's like, "For real?" I was like, "Yeah, is that weird?" And he goes, "Yeah, okay." So
I mean, I'll put it this way. I will say this: not a lot of people go out and just drop that kind of money on a TV, mainly because they don't have it.
true.
And people are like, "Oh, bro, I need a new TV." But guys, if you're ever looking for a TV, best time to buy TVs are actually during the Super Bowl.
Yep. Not where I just bought one. Now, I mean, I got a deal on mine, but I needed a TV for my house. I wasn't going to go until January.
Might drop you 2 points. Hey, those 2 points might be the difference.
It makes a difference, okay?
Yeah, how is he supposed to stay above 500?
How am I supposed to stay above 500?
Yeah,
I just didn't really want to mess around with it. So, I mean, I'll deal with it later.
They can sneak up on you. Because here's the thing. What's a better mindset? I have nothing to pay for? Or, man, I gotta come.
It would have been like a really small monthly payment, but I'm just like, I just own it now.
It's my
I don't like debt. I hate debt, and I know that there's some debt that you can't escape from, like student loans and mortgage payments, and like I get it. Like there's just some things you can't. But if I can pay for it, I'm just gonna pay for it.
Speaking of debt, it's not really debt. It just made me think about it. Did you give me the Amazon dot?
They didn't have any of the white ones up there.
You didn't get me any of them?
No. No, I'm gonna order it through Amazon. It'll be here in like a day or two.
Did you get it to my address?
No.
God,
Dude, I work 5 minutes from you. It'll come in the mail, and I'll bring it over to you and go, "Here you go."
Okay, that's fine.
Or you can just give me your address and I'll ship it to you. It ain't no big deal.
It's fine.
This way I figured I'd talk to you and you get the exact one you want.
That's true. Because more improvements coming to the stream, and kind of an update with you guys as far as streaming goes in this room. I went to go to Home Depot today, and I was going to have some nice, pretty stuff on the wall before we got here, because that was my goal today, was put some pretty stuff on the wall. I wasn't even going to do the monitor mount till, like, we were done. And then I got all the way to Home Depot. They said they had 7 stud finders on hand. On hand on the website. I go there. There's none.
Well, they lied to you.
There's none.
Sounds like they lied to you, my friend.
And my girlfriend has the nerve to say, "Well, did you call first?" I said it said it's 7 on hand. Unless 7 people are doing a carpentry project today, I think I was okay. You know, if it was one, I'd be like, okay. But yeah, no stud finder, so no new stuff on the wall.
Why didn't you go to like?
You always call first. If it says 7 on hand, but if it said like 1 or 2, yeah, I would call. I would for sure call because I've seen PS4s and like stuff like that. Oh, 1 or 2 on hand, and you get there, there's none there.
And there's like one on display, and that's all they have.
Yeah,
That exact same thing happened when I was getting my TV. So I already picked out the one that I wanted. I mean, I've researched this for probably before you moved. So this was not like an impulse thing for me. I didn't just go out, I'm going to get that TV. So
yeah.
I researched, figured out which one I wanted, which ones were going to be pretty good for next gen, but also really good for current gen stuff. And that had a lot of extra features and stuff. So yeah, so I went up to the one Best Buy store. I was like, hey, do you guys have this TV in stock? And they're like, it says we have one. I was like, where is it? And he's like, it's on the wall over there. I was like, well, I don't want that one. He's like, well, that's good because I can't sell you that one. And I was like, oh, okay. So we ended up having to get it from a different store. He goes, yeah, it's weird. Like, so in the TV that I got, it's big. Okay. And they said usually anything that's like above like a 65, they don't necessarily keep them in stock. Usually you order them and then they ship them in, which makes sense.
That's totally understandable. I mean, it's one of those things where it's.
He said it was considered a luxury item.
I would agree.
And I said, okay.
Would you agree that anything over $1,500 is a luxury item?
I think it would depend on what it is. Yeah.
I mean, like when it comes to like laptops, especially if people buy gaming laptops, I bet if you went up to there and tried to buy a gaming laptop, they probably have maybe 5.
They have
five.
They
max
probably
count.
have a few.
Probably 5 max count. Like
So-
that's at any time.
We went up to the other store and they only had I think 3 in stock, and one of them was their display model. So, but that store up there is a little bit busier.
Yeah.
It's up by the big mall up there.
Yeah. Seti Chomper, congrats on both on your moves. So happy for you both. We're really excited. One, because it's going to allow us, I mean, I keep saying it's going to allow us to produce more content, both like more comfortability as far as streaming goes. Like it's a way more, I guess, professional environment, not so much like, hey, this is where I kind of like casually joke off in games.
It's going to take so much time to like get everything the way that we want it.
Oh,
It's going to be a work in progress in both places.
yeah.
And honestly, once we get everything all set up, we might even flip flop back and forth where we do it. We just want to be able to get on the air and go, let's go live.
Yeah. So,
So
because like right now, because I have them right here, and guys, it's gonna be sweet because I've learned how to program over my years of schooling. I can do Amazon Alexas, and with these little bad boys, these smart plugs, you can buy them 4-pack for like $22. They pair with your Alexa as long as you plug them in. They're energy savers, like they're smart plugs. I can now almost, if I can do it right, where Iron Man, when he says to Jarvis, you know, like he's home, he'll say, "Welcome home, sir," and he'll turn on all of the equipment but in Jarvis's voice. And I've almost got it down to where it will actually do that
I'm working on it.
on my Echo Dot. And when that happens, when I come into my streaming room, it's going to sound like I'm a fucking Iron Man walking in here. You're going to call me poor Tony Stark. Like, I don't have the money.
I'm the poorest of Tony Starks. My total equipment cost less than $5,000.
Like,
Let's do it.
Yeah, I was going to say, my equipment itself probably wouldn't even pay for the metal on one finger of the
No.
Iron Man suit. But really excited because I got some smart plugs with some LED lights that are also smart tech stuff. And then also now it's going to power my computer and I'll have an Echo Dot. That's why I needed it, because I was going to loop it up to all this.
You just have to wait.
So excited.
I'd rather you get the color and the style and everything that you want.
The white one looks cool. The one with the
They look dope. They didn't have any of those. They had the black ones.
yeah, the timer on them. They have like the time.
Yeah, they didn't. I figured that's the one that you wanted that has a clock on it, but
Yeah.
I'm not. I could get you the other one, and then you're gonna be like, man, but I would have rather had that other one, and then you're gonna be sad. You won't be sad because it's still gonna do basically what you want it to do.
I stay depressed. It's all.
It's fine. So let's see other news. Gaming. I don't know.
Today's-
Not even really news. We're gonna like discuss, I guess, because we don't really do the news anymore. We're kind of like stepping away from that.
Yeah. Oh, it is National Gaming Day.
It was yesterday.
Damn you.
Did you play any games yesterday?
No, I did not.
I'm sad for you. I played Mortal Kombat with your sisters on my new TV. It was so pretty. Now let them fight each other for a while,
Mhm.
and they're both really terrible. So it was kind of fun watching them play.
Yeah,
Um, let's see, PS5 release and pre-order date got leaked.
doesn't shock me.
Uh,
One bit.
yeah, I mean, it's going to be coming out soon. They're going to be having a press conference. They said pretty soon,
Yeah.
and they're going to have to announce something soon. It's September.
Well,
We're almost halfway through September.
it's just like Xbox came out with like everybody. Somebody leaked the Xbox prices / Xbox S.
They're saying that
The
the
component.
reveal date's going to be the 25th, November 17th. That actually sounds probably about right. If they can even keep it under wraps that long.
I'd be shocked because I mean that's what happened with Xbox. I mean everybody knows now the specs, the full specs for both Xbox and Xbox S, and what they're charging for them.
All the rumors I heard actually said that the PS5 for the with the disc drive, originally they were hoping to put it out at $599,
Mhm.
and the digital version was going to be about 150 less. So they probably would have rounded it down to a nice even 200 less. So $399, get you in that $400 price range.
Yeah.
But now that the Xbox One Series X, sorry, has announced it's a $500 price point with a $300 entry machine,
Yeah.
I think Sony is kind of, they're I think they might drop it.
I already know the answer to this one. This one's actually really funny, so you might want to just play along.
What did I say? When this girl said come over, her parents aren't home.
You want me to tell you the answer? Okay, well I'm gonna read it out loud for our viewers. Since you just
How inappropriate is this joke?
It's not inappropriate.
Oh, okay.
So Gabriel Reif said, "Hey, what did Batman say when his girlfriend said, 'Come over, her parents aren't home'?" And I'm gonna go with, "Neither are mine." And that's the joke.
That's terrible.
And if anybody doesn't get that reference, Batman's parents are dead. Still just gonna wait till the first of the year and beef up my PC. That's a good idea. Like I said, I think with the new graphics cards that
He's got a pre-built, and overall, it's done pretty much everything that he's wanted it to do, but he wants a little bit more power.
Mhm.
Like it's done what he wants to do, and it does everything right now that he wants to do.
I will say this. With PCs right now, you're going to see a ton more people actually switch over to PC because as the new gen consoles raise prices, stuff like that, it's going to, and with the new drops of the graphics cards, all these
Yeah.
graphics cards are lowering.
Yeah, I mean,
I can buy a
when
20
you can go out and buy like their low end model. What is it? The 3060, I think.
3060.
It's like $400.
Yeah, but I can go buy a 2080 Ti.
But it blows the 280 or the 2080 Ti out of the water. Like it's
Good.
it's not even
Yeah.
close.
It's with the 2080, like I said, the 2080 Ti right now you can be picking it up on Newegg for about, I want to guess somewhere around the 286 mark, somewhere in there. And it's pretty amazing to be honest. Because like I said, that's where the bulk of your money comes. I mean, imagine getting your graphics card cut in half. So $250, $300 less off your PC build. You can take a $1,500 build and drop it down to $1,200 quick, and it's going to be good. So anybody that's in the market looking for PCs, it's a good way to go. The 3080, if you get a 3080, the biggest thing is you need to make sure your motherboard and your processor can support it. Because what you will notice, you might want it's actually muted already. So
It is.
on your your board and stuff, make sure it's compatible. Because I did see some people did that. Yes, but no. I spent so much money on the 2070S and gonna buy a GPU anytime. Not gonna buy one, so I guess a lot of people are in the same situation. So what some people are doing, and it really sucks right now, is because people did that. People went out and they upgraded their graphics cards to the 2070s.
Yeah.
And then they came out with these bomb graphics cards but if you have a 2070, there's nothing going to be out anytime soon that's going to make your graphics card run like shit.
No, I mean I got that 2070 Ti or the 2070 Super last September. I haven't even had it. I don't even think a full year yet,
Yeah.
or we're real close to a year. And I mean I've been really happy with it. I'm not
Yeah.
going out to buy a new graphics card right now.
Yeah.
You know when you start replacing stuff on your computer, when you can't run something you want at the specs you want to run it at, that's when you start replacing stuff. Not just because they put out a new toy.
I didn't upgrade my actual PC until I wanted to stream PUBG. and I couldn't even play PUBG on my old machine. Like I was rocking like a 760 graphics card. Like it was trash. And when this was when 1080 Ti's and 1070s were all out, and like I said, this isn't great for the PC market because it's going to get more people in the PC environment because as much as PS5 and the new Xbox and all that stuff comes out, they're still not going to be able to have the same frame rates and the same quality of gaming as playing on the PC.
Not
They
right.
just won't.
Not right now. I mean, both of the new systems are stating that you're going to be able to do 4K gaming and 60 frames per second guaranteed.
Mhm.
They said that the new HDMI 2.1 is going to go up to 120 frames per second at 4K.
Yeah.
Because and you'll be 8K ready, but
You won't.
it doesn't matter. Like
Yeah.
the games are going to look great. They're going to look fine. There's no issues with them, and there's a lot of reasons to own both.
Yeah.
There's a lot of games that you can't get on PC
Mhm.
that you can get on console.
Yep.
And for some people, the price of $500 for a new Xbox versus $2,000 for a whole computer setup, monitor, keyboard, mouse,
Well,
and like that's 4 times the amount. Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Well, it
I
just
already have a TV. I just plug this in and I'm
yeah.
done.
Like I said, it just depends. I truly do believe that with the graphics card drop, you'll see more people sway towards it. And a lot of people, I recommend to anybody, if you're on the cheaper side of things, get a console. Because one, I can't imagine what the streaming services is going to be like once the console does come out.
Xbox is sweet. The
yeah.
Xbox streaming services are great.
It's going to be good.
And I'm not an Xbox. I'm not a hater.
I'm
But I'm not like
I'm not an advocate.
I've had one Xbox system. I love it.
Yeah.
I played it a lot, but I just enjoyed my PlayStation systems more. It's not personal.
Yeah.
But the closer that I think we get into the future, like the more that the Xbox and stuff is basically going to be like a Steam box. It's going to just be streaming stuff from your PC to it, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, for sure. And by the way, guys, if you guys ever need a recommendation on any kind of builds or a pricing list, just let me know. I'll be happy to help you out. Just message me sometime because I like to do that on the side. I love building machines.
Like, okay, so why even have 8K ready console at cheap when 8K monitor is just like 10 times more expensive? So right now, because I looked into it, if you want to be able to utilize the new systems with the HDMI 2.1, there's no monitor on the market right now that even has HDMI 2.1.
Yeah.
They just don't have it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's like future tech. So that the TV I bought has it. Do I need it right now? Will I need it in 2 years? Probably not.
Yeah.
But as you know, as the games get a little bit better, they'll start pushing the consoles a little bit harder the longer that the systems are out.
And for sure.
And 8K, these are numbers for people who just like to have bigger numbers. Well, I got my 4K TV at home. Well, I got an 8K. It's just like it's showing e-peen sizes. That's all it is. It's like my wiener's bigger than yours. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's
You don't need it. 8K, you know where 8K will be the most useful?
Mhm.
VR.
Yeah.
Not on your TV, but in your lenses, because the higher resolution that you can get in those lenses, the better it looks, the more immersive it is.
for sure. For sure.
So-
And like I said with that, I mean, I know people that play Call of Duty on PS4.
Yeah.
And people upgrade from PS4 to PS4 Pro because they're like, "Oh, well, I get better rates."
You do.
But it's not so much actually, sorry, I
your
did
load times are a little faster.
Yeah. Everything's just a little
And it's got a little bit more power, but it's not
faster.
it's not so much that I'd say, well, if you can get a really good deal on PS4,
Yeah. If you're going to go, but with the 8K response thing, with 8K, and yes, it is ready for it, here's what you got to think. When it does come out, you're already ready.
okay, but here's the thing.
And it'll be cheaper. So it's just a matter of, oh, do I have just money to blow and get an 8K monitor?
So internet in the United States is terrible overall, right? It sucks.
Like, isn't Japan or Tokyo or is like
They're-
1 gig?
Those countries are very small in comparison to the entirety of the United States, though. So you got to take that into account too. But so
There's a bug.
to stream content at 4K, how much bandwidth do you think you need to maintain?
One, I can't imagine it.
It's 50, if you were wondering. They said for a steady stream, Netflix and a lot of these places are recommending between 25 and 50.
Okay.
So if you have 100 and you need at least 25,
Mhm.
That's 1/4 of your bandwidth. That's if no one's watching anything else in the house. And I would say that 100 is probably the standard in most
And
houses now.
if my Nest needs to update, I'm
Yeah,
fucked.
you're
I'm
screwed. So
laughing.
if your kid is watching it on his PlayStation and you're trying to watch it on your Roku, and then he's also in there watching Pornhub Premium, like you're screwed.
Yeah, we're done.
You are screwed.
Yeah,
Here in France, we're at 3 megabits on the average. I am sorry. I
So-
that's some dial up
I-
right
I mean,
there.
but you don't. But like that's the kind of stuff that like you don't notice and you kind of like take for granted in a way.
Yeah.
Like with Spectrum Internet, which no complaints against them, they're pretty good. It's 100. Like 100 is their minimum package. You can't go any lower.
And that's good.
And it's pretty relatively cheap, but like for a gig, it's actually not that bad.
So, but if you think about that in comparison, so if you need 25 minimum to do 4K, what would you need for 8K? It's not just double.
No, because if
It's
that,
actually more like 4 times. So you'd probably need close to 100 to get a steady stream.
I would I wouldn't know what to do with
You
myself.
wouldn't be able to do anything
You know,
else.
Can your eyes even comprehend 8K?
You wouldn't notice it from sitting far away. You notice it the closer you are to the screen. Now, where 8K will be good, like I said, is in VR, and it would be good in movie theaters. It'll actually look amazing. And that's Gina.
That's a cool name.
That's my old guildmaster from the Exiles.
From the Exiles.
What's going on? Shout out to my Exiles homies out there.
Wow, you just touched his heart a little bit.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
That was awesome.
So we're not allowed to say like "damn Gina" from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Gina's cool.
Oh my gosh. But see, guys, this is all I'm gonna say. RTX voice is great because even though that is talking right now through the actual through the speakers up there, you're not hearing it, so that's pretty good. By the way, thank you for the follow, Deslamonia. I think that's how you say
That's
it.
probably close.
Desla Ammonia. I'm
Hi, Gina.
guessing if I am saying it wrong. Like, give me what's it called where like they have like the spacers in there where it kind of tells you how to pronounce it. But welcome, seriously, guys. And all the way from France, I wanted to mention that like that's pretty awesome
pretty
that we're
cool.
catching you
Yeah.
from France. That is one place I would love to go sometime. But you know, COVID. It got us.
Yeah, I've been in. Have you been having much difficulties with the Streamlabs and switching over? You haven't been streaming. Never mind. You probably have had no problems at all.
I feel like that was a shot at me, guys. He knows for a fact I haven't been streaming.
That's right. I haven't been able to stream this week either because my whole setup is it's bad.
My thing is I got a new puppy, and that's been a challenge.
Yeah,
It's like having a toddler.
it's the worst though because your toddler poops in a diaper. That thing poops on the floor.
Yeah, but like, I'll put it this way: like, I'm the person that will gag when it comes.
She's
to
good though.
I will gag when it comes to that kind of stuff, like poop and stuff like that, throw up all that stuff, and not to even get dirty on the stream here, and not even in a good way. But it's not that bad. Like, I clean it up and put it in a little bag and go on my day.
So as you can see, Gina, I kept my Warcraft name and I just carried it over into the real world.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yep, it's fine. It's fine. Like, it's just a username, obviously. I don't really know how to pronounce it either. It's okay. Because I'll put it this way, most people always ask me about mine, and I just tell them Coach because it's way easier. And it's not even that it's hard to pronounce. Like, I've had people say Vira Coach or Vera Coach or...
Somebody actually, they asked me, it said, well, what's going on with your buddy Viral Coach? And I said,
There ain't no fucking L.
that's actually kind of a cool name. You should have went with that, Viral Coach.
Yeah, but I feel like that's too cheesy. It's too
I'm
easy.
going to start calling you that from now on. You're the Viral Coach.
We go viral.
You're viral, right?
Yeah, exactly. But what kind of games do you like to play? What are you into? I know we got some new people, so if you guys are still playing, Gina, if you're still playing well, I'm still playing.
I believe she is still in.
Are you playing Horde or Alliance? Are you still Alliance?
I think so. I don't know. She posts some stuff every now and then.
Yeah.
I don't get to talk to her as much as I'd like to because life is busy right now.
Life's tough. It's okay, people still call me.
I never called you by any of your characters' names. I always just called you by Gina.
He's viral well those days. I might want to avoid it. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'll put it this way. It's just like did you hear about the guy? This kind of random story. This actually from Jinx. He told us this last night in the Discord, or 2 nights ago in the Discord.
I
guy-
like that guy.
Jinx. Oh,
He's
awesome.
super cool.
Somebody won the lottery,
Mhm.
and they came to cash their prize in a scream mask because they didn't want anybody seeing their identity.
Okay.
And it was funny because I was like, Scream, and anybody that's been watching the news on that, all three, like Dewey, Courtney Cox, and the other girl that plays the one that Scream's always trying to fucking kill.
Nev Campbell.
Yeah, like they all confirmed like they're in for Scream 5.
I'm surprised they didn't kill them all off in the last one.
See, I have troubles remembering them. Like
I got to rewatch them because I watch them every Halloween. I always watch all of them.
so good. I never watched them. Like actually sat down and watched them, but it was last year when I actually sat down and was like, I watched all the Saws, I watched all the Screams, and I've even gotten a little bit into Halloween. Which
Yeah, the Halloween series is good.
I really want to just watch Freddy vs. Jason. I always say I'm gonna watch.
That's
it, and then I
that's
have to
one of my
watch it.
favorite movies. Not just horror movies because it's not really scary. It's one of my all-time favorite just movies. And everyone's like, "Oh, well, why didn't you pick like a good movie?" I was like, "Well, to me that is." Like I also put on my list of like my personal favorites like Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Which game's coming out?
I love that. I'm so excited for the game to come out.
Yep.
I have it on my Xbox 360, but it's not on the store to buy anymore. And I was like, "Oh, that's really sad."
I remember when you teared up when Castle Crashers was returning back to.
I have it on my
It's so
Switch.
good.
It's such a great game.
Freddy vs. Jason is a classic, very underrated. I've never seen it.
It's so funny.
Like
It's funny.
but I just can't wait for Halloween. Like
Halloween Kills. Yeah.
Halloween Kills, and I just can't imagine Scream 5 with how all the new CGI and graphics and stuff.
I
in
think
today's
I think
world.
they didn't always go heavy on that stuff anyway, which is kind of what I think made those movies work. And the thing that I liked about the Scream movies is even as they kind of started getting a little cheesy, and I'd say probably like the third one was the cheesiest, and the fourth one tried to go back to being a little bit more like the first couple. I think what kind of made those movies work is that they're real. There's no supernatural elements in it. Like when you watch the Friday the 13th series, Jason by the end of that was supernatural, and he was like basically a zombie. He was an unstoppable
whoa.
killing machine.
There's a 120-foot Jason.
Yeah, I saw that.
in Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah, it was in Minnesota.
Yeah, like 2020 is about to give us a real arc. If that dude starts walking around killing people, we're done.
So I mean, like, I love how terribly awful the Friday the 13th movies got, but I also liked them at the same time because you don't go in watching Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, with any sense that this is going to be an amazing piece of cinema. You know exactly what you're Part 8, guys. Jason Takes Manhattan. Yeah, you know exactly what you're getting in that. Like it was like Nightmare on Elm Street Part 6. Freddy's dead. You know, like it's you know what you're getting.
Yeah,
okay?
Oh, for sure. By the way, Gina, it looks like you're leaving, heading out, so I appreciate you even coming in. I know Kev definitely does appreciate it. So
Seriously, have a good time at work. I'm gonna meet back up with you because once I get all the stuff moved, I'm thinking about making my triumphant return to WoW. Hopefully in time for Shadowlands and playing some of that, so that'll be cool.
And all the way from the USA to France, thank you for stopping in. Hope to see you another night.
Yeah, please. Thanks for the follow on Viral Coach.
I appreciate it, and welcome to the Coach Army. The coach will definitely put you in. See, I've been practicing. I haven't lost that magical touch.
I don't have a catchphrase.
You need to get one.
I mean, I have an opening, but when people join, I'm like, thanks, sweet. I have a new friend.
I need to go back and find out when, like, because when I used to say this, it was never planned.
You practiced it though too. Like I saw you used to get up in your mirror, and you didn't think I was watching, but you'd be in the bathroom, you were practicing this.
I start stroking the mirror.
He's like, all right, I need to make this convincing to where it welcomes people but doesn't creep them out.
Yeah.
So, I remember that.
But I appreciate you guys tuning on in.
So, I mean, other cool stuff that I kind of want to discuss is with all the next gen stuff coming out. How excited are you that a lot of these gaming companies are going to be upgrading our games if you already bought them to the next gen? And it's not even like just console. Some of them are even doing upgrades on the PC for free if you've already bought them.
It's a smart business decision, in my opinion. One, it gives you a win-win, no matter what. If I buy this, okay, cool. If I don't buy the PS5 until 2 years down the road, I'm still gonna have an.
You're gonna upgrade.
Still gonna have an upgrade for it. I don't have to rebuy it.
Plus, for me personally, I have a huge backlog of games that I've never got to play or never got to finish. This is awesome for me because now I'll be able to get free upgrades on some of these.
Imagine if Skyrim allowed you to have a free upgrade. You wouldn't have bought it 9 times.
No, I still would have bought it.
You would have bought it 9 times.
I haven't bought it. You know what? The only system I haven't bought it on is my PC. I can play Skyrim on every console I own except for my my Wii and my Wii U, obviously. And then I can't play it on my PC, but I can play it on my Xbox. I can play it in VR on my PlayStation.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put it this way: that's pretty dope. I would love to play VR, but I think I'd get sick if I was on
You
the
gotta
horses.
you gotta really just get used to it.
But on the horse, you're just going up and down.
So I mean, yeah, the people that do Borderlands, they said Borderlands 3. They just announced it, I think, yesterday, that you're going to be able to get the upgrade to the 4K 60 frames per second on on the PS4 and the Xbox One. They're also adding in split screen for people who want to do that up to 4 players split screen on the game, which is cool. That's a feature that I think a
Well,
lot of people actually wanted.
Cold War, Call of Duty Cold War, when it comes out, you can buy the $90 version.
Yep.
And it automatically comes with the free upgrade if you buy the game from PS4 to PS5.
Mhm.
But if you buy the $90 version, which I don't know, it might be like the digital hardened version or whatever it is, you get it on PC as well. So like you have the options because some people say you compete, okay? Say you compete in Call of Duty or something like that. And you play on PS4.
Mhm.
You have to play on PS4.
Yep.
So with that, you can play whatever. But some people, when they play the battle royale, like Warzone and stuff like that, they really, really, really want to have the more frame rates because it makes the game look nicer. It's way more enjoyable. It just looks smoother in that aspect, and people play on the PC. That's what I do right now.
The thing I think that's really, really nice though, it's always awesome if they're going to give you an additional platform that you can play on it if you spend a couple more dollars. But what I really think is great is that some of these games they came out the end of the life cycle of the console. Not even the end. I mean, it's not like all of a sudden PS4 is going to be pulled off the shelf and they're not going to sell anymore. People are still going to buy PS4s and they're still going to buy games
For sure.
for a while. I mean, there's a lot of PS4s out there.
For sure.
And some people may not want to upgrade to the new one. Maybe they're completely fine with the PS4 for a while.
Yeah.
But some of these games that like they said that they were going to give you free copies for Marvel's Avengers, Cyberpunk 2077 on any system, they're going to upgrade that one. Dead by Daylight said, "Hey, PC owners, we're going to upgrade our game to the next gen." I actually just picked that up for $8 on PC, so I'm pretty excited about it. They said Destiny 2 is going to get a free upgrade on all platforms. Control, but you had to buy the Ultimate Edition, I believe,
Okay.
which made some people pretty pissed off about that. But whatever.
Always something.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is actually going to be coming, I think, after the release dates, but it doesn't matter. Same thing with Far Cry 6. Those are all coming out after the consoles are going to launch, but maybe you can't get the new one right away.
Yeah.
And then obviously some of the sports games like FIFA 21, Madden 21, NBA 2K21, Elder Scrolls Online, they're upgrading not just those, but the PC version. They're going to next gen.
It's awesome. I'm not mad. I haven't heard anything I'm mad about.
The one that actually surprised me the most on the entire list of ones that I saw, and I mean there was way more than that. There's some games I've never even heard of that are going to get a free upgrade too. Was The Witcher 3. They're upgrading it for PC and everything, and if you've already bought the game, then they're going to give it to you for free. It's just a free upgrade.
Nice.
And then they ran it on sale right after they made the announcement. It was like $20 for the complete edition. So you could have got a next gen game already for $20 if you've never played it. That's awesome to me.
Like I said, I think with this new gen, and I always say this, if it wasn't for Fortnite, if it wasn't for Fortnite, we would never be here. As far as like crossplay, cross gen, and all that stuff.
Hey, thanks for the like, Sue. I appreciate it. I will see you probably tomorrow. I'm going to be there. So
yeah. So with the cross gen and being able to play multi-platform, Xbox with Sony, and I know Sony was always on the last little bit of it, and Sony can be an asshole sometimes.
They were being assholes about it.
They were. There's
no lie.
There's no defense about it. But like I said, I always point back to Fortnite, and I think with everybody giving you this cross-platform, and it's not so much along the lines of free digital upgrades. I think anybody that's smart in the business world will realize that's a good idea. One, it's going to cut down on how much you actually have to put into the game.
I also think
you don't have to have as many copies.
I think that not just Fortnite, but I think the Epic people in general.
Oh, Epic Games, yeah.
Just in general. I mean, Fortnite's the big one, but Rocket League asked for it, and Paladins asked for it, and Warframe asked for it. Smite asked for it.
Yeah.
They made it available in Dauntless in the Epic. Like, people want to play their games. Minecraft came in and said, we want all of our people to be able to play together. Like, this is ridiculous. It makes it easier for them, too, because now they only have one code to, for everything. I mean, you got to make tweaks for each system, I'm sure. I know it's not just like I press a button and everything works.
Exactly.
I know it's not that simple.
Exactly.
But now I don't have to maintain this version and this version and this version and this version.
With Fortnite, it was super easy. All you had to do was link it. You link it to your account.
Dead by Daylight is going cross-platform.
It should. That is such a good game. and there's not enough people in the game. I guess the gaming world that play Dead by Daylight on a consistent
It's
basis.
actually it's coming back in
It's
popularity.
it's a very good game, and it always comes back during the Halloween time. Obviously,
It
because
should.
it's a horror game, but
I actually got it. Well, I bought it on Switch, right?
yeah,
And then I saw that it was on sale like the next day after I bought it on
PC.
PC. And when I heard that they're going to do the cross progression, and
It's
and that's huge too. Is it's not there yet, but your DLCs, your skins, whatever you buy, it's going to be linked to
It's
your account, and then you'll be able to play
it's
on
the
any of them.
it's the best thing you can do because take a game that's I wouldn't say it's not a juggernaut. It's not a juggernaut of a game.
No, but it could be. I
It
feel
could-
like it definitely could be.
You will see rise in popularity when you can play with any of your buddies.
Absolutely.
And it's the same. Why does Fortnite strive? Because if I want to have my Nintendo Switch friend come play with me for the day, he can.
He might be terrible,
He doesn't need. He doesn't.
but
need,
he'll have fun.
he doesn't need to have a PC. He doesn't have to go out and buy a PC. He can play on what he.
No, and when
you
the
can
new
play it on the fucking phone. With
when
your PC.
and when the new season drops, it's for everybody.
Exactly.
It's not just like, okay, well, you got to wait 6 or 7 months. Switch players.
We add a new DLC content. Well, you gotta wait. No, it's all at
No,
the same time.
The day that the Herald of Galactus and the new Marvel content came out, it was for everybody.
All the patches come out at the same time. All updates. It's such a smoother process, and trust me when I say that, it's going to be awesome. And
We want to see more games do that. And I think eventually,
it,
probably not this gen, but maybe next gen, which we're talking almost 10 years from now, mark it down. What's going to end up happening, I think, is you're going to buy the game and you're going to be able to play it wherever you want to play it.
Mhm.
You
That's
might pay more for the game, but if you want to play it on your TV or if maybe Sony has a box and Xbox has a box or whatever, I don't know. Consoles aren't going to be like what they are now. They're not going to be.
Yeah.
I just don't feel that that's the future. I know I personally think that streaming is the future. Digital downloads are the future. There's a lot of people that still like that physical media, though. Don't get me wrong. And the one company I worry about the most is honestly Nintendo.
Mhm.
They are innovative, without a doubt. And this gen, for this console run, they've been the most innovative with peripherals and add-ons and weird things like Ring Fit and the Labo, those cardboard construction things. Like that's weird but cool. It's neat. It works. The new Mario Kart AR cars, like that's cool. It's weird, but it's going to work.
Mhm.
But the rumors that they're putting out a 4K console, they told all their publishers to start developing 4K content. What's that going to look like? I still think it might be a couple years away.
And like I said, I think like you said by new gen consoles, I think you'll see 100% cross platform on any game that you buy.
Yeah.
If it has multiplayer in it, it'll be 100%.
I think you're going to be able to pick the platform you want to play it on, but you buy the game.
But the best thing that they did, same thing they did in Call of Duty. If you're playing all Xbox, okay, say all your buddies are all Xbox, you can pick not cross-platform. You can disable it, so you don't ever have
you
to.
don't have to.
You don't have to go against PC players as an Xbox player.
But you're looking at the infrastructure between an Xbox and a PlayStation, and they're using almost identical parts now.
Mhm.
The only thing that's different is their actual networks.
Yeah,
That's the only thing really that's different.
for sure.
So we know that they can do it, and I know it's not as easy as flipping a switch to let us play together, but let us play together.
Let the people play.
I think you'll end these whole like console wars and these fanboys like making fun of. I mean, you're still gonna have that a little bit, but I think it won't matter when I can go home and turn on my PlayStation and play with my friend in Cleveland on his Xbox and play whatever game we want to play together, other than Nintendo.
I don't see any problems with it. Like I said, I think we're in for a really good year.
It's gonna be good. I think they said that the transition was going to be.
It's gonna be rough.
They actually said that it was going to be a lot easier than from the previous generation, and so far they've proved that with. You get this game, we're going to upgrade for free. They didn't do that a lot last gen
No.
because they really couldn't.
No, they didn't have. Not that they didn't have the tech. It was just there was no digital downloads.
It wasn't the same. It just wasn't
The
the
internet
same.
wasn't the same. I mean, there's
Plus, the PS3 and the PS4, like, they're completely different systems. That's why they couldn't make them backwards compatible.
I always forget that. I always think that it went like Xbox to where we are now.
No,
like
it's-
I still think of it. I always think Xbox 360 is when the PS4 was out, but it's actually it was PS3.
It was, sort of. I mean, we were still playing a lot of Xbox 360 when the PS4 came out. I didn't get my PS4 for a couple years after it launched.
I got a day it came out.
I'm going to get, this will be, other than the Switch, this will be the first console, like, that
The-
I got that
the-
I'm going to get on launch.
The only sadness I had was I didn't buy the Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
I had one. My friend wanted a PlayStation, asked me if I would go to the store and buy it, so I put it on my Best Buy rewards, and I was like, "Here you go." And she gave me the money
I
for it.
would love to have the Spider-Man.
I got a picture of it. It looked really cool.
I know. Just a beautiful red. And
I still have the.
you can just say I'm better than you.
I still have the R2D2 Xbox.
That's so badass. That would be worth something someday. I really,
It's actually still worth a couple $100.
well, yeah, because you had to see. It wasn't. Sorry, it wasn't C3PO controller.
Yeah, C3PO is gold.
Oh, okay. I thought
I still have that too.
I thought it was just gold.
It came with a Kinect, and I think I did get rid of the Star Wars game that came with it, but I still have the Kinect and the C3PO controller, and when you hit the button and open it up, it makes R2D2 noises. It was cool.
Yeah.
It's a cool system.
Like I said, this guy right here is going to be like those pictures that you see on like Instagram and Twitter and stuff. Like you see his big ass TV and like all these systems and all these boxes already like pre-ran. He just has switches on all of them.
Yeah.
He could turn on all of them at the same time.
See, I'm still debating on whether I want to put like my Super Nintendo and stuff up to the giant TV. I think it might look bad because the TV's so good.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I may hook them all up for now, but I actually was thinking about turning your brother's old bedroom into like a retro gaming room and throwing the futon in there. And because I got, I think like a 27-inch CRT TV from your dad. He's like, yeah, you can just have that. I was like, that'd be sweet. Then I can play Duck Hunt.
Somebody just wants to play Duck Hunt.
I just want to play Duck Hunt. I got the Zapper gun. I just want to play Duck Hunt.
Give this man Duck Hunt.
Yeah. I want to get Hogan's Alley too. That's you probably never played that one, but that was another game. There wasn't very many games that you used the Zapper gun on. I only remember like maybe 3.
Yeah. And speaking of kind of old school stuff, me and my buddy Jinx the other night, we were waiting on Abel to join up. He was busy shitting, I think. And,
Probably.
We were reminiscing about the 100. It was a list on IBDM or whatever.
Internet Movie Database.
Yeah. So we were looking at it, and we were like, let's look up the best 90s movies, the essential 90s movies ever.
Like top 100 or?
It was 140.
Okay.
So we went through.
Probably Ace Ventura was on there.
It was.
Yeah, I figured.
So what would you say? What's the movie? I can't even think of the movie's name right now. But like, I felt like it was severely underrated.
Which one? Like who was in it?
It got like number 78 or something like that. Like we were so convinced, like on some of these movie choices, we were like, come on, like these are like top, like the top 20 better be phenomenal. Like, what would you guess number 1 is of the 90s?
Of the 90s?
Number 1 movie of the 90s.
I would say that it was probably Titanic.
Titanic was in the top 5.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Or Avatar, maybe.
Avatar.
Didn't Avatar come out in the late 90s?
No, Avatar came out in 2000s.
Okay. Well.
So.
Yeah, I'd say Titanic for sure.
So let me see. I'll pull it up real quick. And
I'm just trying to think of like the biggest
What do you think What do you think the top 5 was? Top 5.
I wouldn't even have any educated guesses. Because I get everything like... The dates all kind of blur together. Like,
okay.
Lord of the Rings, I know came out in the 2000s, but to me it still feels like it came out in like 99, 98. I know it didn't.
Okay, so like we're gonna run through this list.
This is Rotten Tomatoes, though.
I know. So this is where we look.
This is where you look.
Yeah.
Showgirls is on there.
138. Okay.
I mean, I've seen that movie, but I wouldn't say it's an essential movie from the 90s.
Okay, we're gonna run through this real quick. This will be the last thing we do for the day.
Okay.
Let me switch over here to let's see. I think this is gaming. We're gonna because I want you guys to be able to see the screen. So let me.
Okay.
I'm gonna display.
We're gonna show you some internet stuff.
Hopefully, no like.
I don't think it's copyrighted. We'll be fine.
Ad source. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll shrink.
Hey, we're doubled everywhere. Woo!
We'll shrink it up a little bit. Okay. So. Let me move some stuff over here. There we go. Okay. So it's probably hard to see. Let me make it.
Yeah, just blow it up the whole screen. There you go.
Okay. We'll make it. Look.
It probably looks better than that. It's fine.
Okay. So Empire Records. Never seen this movie.
I have it.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay, because we both never seen this movie, and Jinx is like 28. So
he's never seen Empire Records?
No, never seen Empire.
It's good.
Half Baked, hilarious. That's a good one.
Okay.
Like I'm happy with this. Showgirls, Basic Instinct.
You never seen that?
No, but
It's by Michael Douglas.
But he did say this. He said this movie made me never trust a bitch.
No, I'm telling you what.
Yeah, Poetic Justice, I've seen.
I liked that. It was pretty good.
Gummo.
I've never seen that.
Kids.
Oh, that movie's messed up, dude.
Really?
Yeah, it's really messed up.
Okay.
Never seen that.
Dead Man.
Nope, never seen it.
The Rock. Rock's
Yep,
good.
seen that one. Blair Witch, seen that.
Yeah.
Pump Up the Volume. That's a great movie.
Okay, never seen it. Man Bites Dog.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Fear and Loathing. That's a great movie.
I've only seen like pictures of this movie.
Never seen it.
Life is Beautiful. I saw this in English class.
Space Jam. We saw that front row.
Front row. I was
Front row at the movie theater.
I was there.
We were there for that one.
Hackers.
Yep. See, I have that.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
124.
Okay.
Never Been
I've
Kissed.
seen that one.
Tommy Boy. 122.
Yeah, that's a great one.
You don't think it should be higher?
They said great movies. I don't know. Not everybody really liked Chris Farley. I don't understand how you can't, but
10 Things I Hate About You.
seen that one.
Hook.
Yep, seen that one.
Muriel's Wedding.
Yep, I've seen that one.
Singles.
Yep, seen that
Mortal
one.
Kombat. Like Mortal Kombat.
That's awesome that made the list.
Mortal Kombat.
The first one was so good.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat did like Tommy Boy didn't beat Mortal Kombat.
How in the fuck is Sister Act on here?
He said it's a good movie.
I hated that movie. Listen, I'm just not a Whoopi Goldberg fan. I never have been. The only movie I ever saw her in that I really liked was The Color Purple. But that was a really powerful movie.
So I heard this movie's hilarious. Like it's a really,
Oh, it was really funny.
yeah. He's got game. Boys Don't Cry.
Yep, seen that one.
I've never seen this.
I've never even heard of that. That's a great movie, except for the fact that Kevin Spacey's a creep.
Yeah. We never heard.
Never heard of that one.
Yep.
Yep, seen that one.
Yep.
Yep, seen that one. That's a long movie.
He said. So when we saw this one, he's like, I've never seen this movie, but I wish I did. Like,
No, that's the real estate movie. That one was good. Yeah.
phew, there we go. Okay. The Birdcage.
Yeah, I saw that one.
American Pie. Everybody's seen. Babe, I hate this movie.
Dude, your brother loved that.
This movie.
Your brother absolutely loved that movie.
Oh god.
Oh, he's about to.
There you go.
So much COVID.
Okay. So, never heard this.
Never
one.
heard of it.
House Party.
Saw it.
Yeah.
Rumble in the Bronx. That's one of the best Jackie Chan movies ever.
Best Jackie Chan movie. Army of Darkness.
Amazing movie.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time.
So Fifth Element, he was pissed about it. He's like 101.
That's a great movie.
101. He said this would be way higher.
That's got Chris Tucker in it, and he's hilarious in that movie, dude.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Seen that one. Okay, so Sleepless in Seattle was like when the internet was kind of like new, because in the movie they no, I'm sorry, that's You Got Mail. But it was around the same time because he did that one and then he did You Got Mail, and that was like when they had like AOL Mail and like would pop up and was like You've Got Mail. So it's like that just goes to show you how far computers have come. Like if you want to watch, like Hackers is another one. Watch Hackers and the unrealistic shit that they did in those movies, and you'd be like, people believed you could do that? Yeah, they did. They totally believed that.
4 Weddings and a Funeral.
That movie's awesome.
All about my mother.
I don't know that. That's got to be a foreign.
Men in
movie.
Black.
Okay, I believe that one. Yeah,
As
that's a
Gatsby.
great movie with Jack Nicholson.
Is this movie sad?
No, I didn't think it was sad.
Because anytime I see a dog in the picture, I'm like, the dog's dead.
No, I thought that movie was hilarious.
Austin Powers, great movie.
Yep,
Demolition Man, funny.
it's
good.
the best
Good.
Snipes movie next to Blade.
Uh,
That's a good movie.
yep. The Crow.
Okay,
Great movie.
I
Great
believe that
movie.
one.
Like
I've
I
actually seen that one. Run, Lola, Run.
said, American History X.
That's
that
that movie's so messed up.
That movie's a fucked up movie. Three Kings.
Yep, seen that one.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay,
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep.
Which I'm shocked that Nightmare Before Christmas came out in '93.
it doesn't feel like it's been that long.
No, because everybody hypes it up now.
It's still relevant now.
Hi.
I've seen that one.
Never heard of this movie.
That's a great movie. If you've never seen Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, you need to do yourself a favor, find it on rental or what, and watch that movie. You will love that movie.
Wayne's World. I think it's an overhyped movie,
I love Wayne's World,
but it's funny.
Great.
It's goofy. Welcome to the
Never
Dollhouse.
seen that one.
Dazed and Confused.
That movie is hilarious.
Never seen it. The
I've
Piano.
seen that.
I think I have too.
Never seen that.
And then there's something about Mary.
That movie's so funny, dude. Oh
Uh,
man.
Shakespeare in Love.
Yep.
Braveheart.
That's a great movie.
The Sandlot. Like Sandlot's 76.
Okay.
Like we got to the point like what?
I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
Out of Sight.
Nope.
Aladdin.
Okay.
Tombstone. Great movie.
Yep. Casino. That movie was messed up.
Yeah. Speed.
Love Speed. Not the drug. The movie. The movie's good.
I repeat, just the movie.
Just the movie, not the.
Home Alone. Great.
Nice. Falling Down. That movie is awesome.
Yeah.
I have that movie.
Yeah. Romeo and Juliet. This is a great movie.
It
Because
was.
this is
It's one of the first movies I actually started appreciating Leonardo DiCaprio as
Yep.
an actor.
The Crying Game. Never seen.
Yeah, I didn't care much for that one.
Ghost
Ghost
in
in
the
the Shell
Shell.
is amazing.
True Romance.
That's one of the best Christian Slater movies of all time.
Independence Day. Like Independence Day.
Okay.
63.
We're getting into movies I can believe that would be higher on the list, but I'm actually a little bit shocked that movies like Independence Day and stuff aren't higher.
Point Break.
That was a good movie.
Mrs. Doubtfire. Classic.
Yeah, I mean Robin
61.
Williams. You can't go wrong with that.
Election.
That was a funny movie.
I've never seen it. We both never seen. We never seen Player either.
Yeah, that was funny too.
I mean, it's got 98% on Rotten.
It was really funny.
Breaking the Waves.
Okay.
Forrest Gump. 57.
Okay.
Now, when we get to the top 5, I want to hear what your top 5 is.
My top 5?
No, like I'm saying this top 5.
Okay.
Because you already got one. You got Titanic. That was number 4.
Then I feel like that they would go with probably like the highest rated overall by critics and everything.
Face Off. Great.
Yeah, I'm not a big Nicolas Cage
I know
fan.
you hate Nicolas.
I don't hate him. I don't think he's a very good actor.
Swingers. Never seen.
I can't say that. That dude has made a lot of money, and I don't know shit about acting. That's not fair of me to say. Nicolas Cage, if you're watching, I did like you in some stuff. I loved Raising Arizona.
Like National Treasure. Great movie.
I'm trying to like not be a negative person and like bash on people. There's so much negative in the world. That's just not fair.
Dragon Quest or Galaxy Quest. Funny movie.
The movie's hilarious.
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver was so good in that movie.
Total Recall.
Yep.
Great movie. Dumber and Dumber. 52.
Okay. The Fugitive. That movie's great.
Sixth Sense. Like
That's not higher.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ed Wood. Never heard of it.
That's a good movie.
Transport.
Train Spotting.
Transport. Yeah.
That's one of the first movies I saw Ewan McGregor in.
Magnolia.
I didn't care for that.
Unusual Suspects.
The Usual
It's 46.
Yeah. Okay.
He said this should be a top 10.
I guess on some list. Sure, I don't know.
Reservoir Dog. 45.
That movie's unbelievably good.
Truman Show. He said this movie's sad as shit.
Hey, what's going on, Snowy?
Yeah. He said Truman Show is really sad.
You ever seen it?
No.
You gotta watch that one. That one's good.
Edward Scissorhands. Like Beauty and the Beast. Okay. Like I agree with these.
I've seen most of these.
Yeah.
Except for like some of the foreign movies.
I've
I
never
haven't
seen
those.
Being John Malkovich.
That movie was funny. That's the one where they live inside his head and they can kind of like control him a little bit.
Boogie Nights. Never seen.
That one they actually put a prosthetic wiener on Mark Wahlberg at the end, and like he whips his wiener out, but it's not his real wiener; it's a prosthetic wiener.
So
It's about the porn industry.
I didn't know that.
It's a cool movie. I mean, it's got Burt Reynolds in it, and it was like it talks about the like the '70s porn industry and stuff. Like you wouldn't think that'd be fascinating. It really was. It was actually a pretty cool
Leon
movie.
the Professional. I heard's a badass movie.
You've never seen that?
Nope.
That's the first movie that Natalie Portman was ever in.
Oh, did not know that. Chungking Express.
I see. I've never seen that.
Heat.
Okay,
All right, now
we're in the top like 35.
30. Yeah, 35. Pretty
Okay,
Woman.
Pretty Woman. All right, I believe
Office
that.
Space.
Yep.
Uh,
Look at Clerks making the top 35.
and then Silence of the Lambs.
Okay.
Good Will Hunting. Like I'm happy with all these. Like Toy Story, great. Princess.
Mononoke.
Yeah. Groundhog Day, great movie.
I have all of these movies.
Yeah.
I hated Gattaca.
Never
I cannot believe that movie is so high. I just didn't care.
The
for
English
it. The English Patient was boring.
Yeah.
So
seen
boring.
Boys in the Hood, number 24.
That was a good movie.
Unforgiven.
You've never seen The Unforgiven?
Nope.
Oh, you got to watch that one.
Rushmore.
That's a good movie.
Hoop Dreams.
That's a good movie.
My favorite all-time kids
Iron
movie.
Giant. That movie is awesome.
That's my all-time.
We're in the top 20.
Scream makes top 20.
I believe that. It kind of it brought back the slasher genre for a while. It was dead.
Saving Private Ryan, number 18.
Great movie. L.A. Confidential. That was a good movie.
Goodfellas, 16.
Yep.
Terminator, the only good Terminator.
The first one was good.
Okay, fine. 15. Clueless.
Clueless made the top 15. I wouldn't have put it that high, but it was enjoyable.
Yeah, Friday.
Okay,
Fight Club.
right?
I've never seen it.
Schindler's List. That's a very powerful, depressing, powerful movie. It's really good.
The Matrix, top 10.
Okay,
Okay.
Thelma and Louise is in the top 10.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good movie.
Okay, Toy Story 2.
Everyone says the second one was better than the first one.
Jurassic Park.
Okay,
Before Sunshine.
Sunrise. I did not
Sunrise.
care for that movie. At all.
Okay, so now what do you think the top 5?
I have no idea. I feel like every movie I would have put in the top 5 has already been named.
Okay. You're missing just guess 4.
I have no idea.
All right. Well, let's go with number 5. Big Lebowski.
Okay, I could see that.
Okay. Titanic.
I guess Titanic.
Okay. The Lion King, number 3.
Like out of all the movies,
Out of all the movies of the 90s.
they thought The Lion King was better than Aladdin.
Okay.
I would disagree. I loved The Lion King. I'm not saying that The Lion King sucked. The Lion King was great.
Okay, number 2. Shawshank
I
Redemption.
totally forgot about that movie.
And I can't believe you can't get the number 1 one.
I wouldn't even have a guess.
Oh, man.
I mean, it could be.
You're not
any-
gonna be shocked when you see it.
I probably won't be.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Number one.
They're saying Pulp Fiction all-time
All-time.
best from the 90s.
Yep.
Wow.
See, like
How many times did Tarantino make that list? 3? 4 times?
Probably, yeah. See, what sucks about it is I don't think we'll go back to the first page because I don't really know how they rate it. Rotten Tomatoes. We just got a like. I'm sorry, I did not. Oh, Sarah, thank
Thanks for the like, Sarah.
you. So I don't know how they really rated this as far as like how it goes, but this is the top 140. Now, how do you feel about this list? Do you feel at least like 10 of those movies should have made top 40? Where they were
it
up-
just says 140 essentials. It said they present their list of 100 essential 90s movies, rating from certified fresh to rotten, all repping 10 years of cinema. Our selections cross the eras. I'm not sure how they rated them.
It's probably still okay.
But it's okay. Here's the thing. Do you know how difficult it is to make a list that everyone universally agrees on?
I mean, yes, when it comes to movies, but I think some of them.
And if you don't believe that, go Google what the greatest movie of all time is. And some people will say that it's Citizen Kane. And then there's a lot of other people that will say you're fucking wrong.
Greatest
So-
movie of all time. All time. Let's see. Citizen Kane. It's right there.
A lot of people think that it's Citizen Kane. And most critics and everything will say that it's Citizen Kane, but
Wow,
Do-
Star Wars made it.
do I
A New
think
Hope. A New Hope.
do I think that Citizen Kane is the greatest movie that's ever been made? No. Do I think that it's a good movie? Yeah, I think it's a great movie.
Reservoir Dog. I need to see Reservoir Dogs.
I can't believe you've never seen
No,
it.
I have. So I started watching it.
You should just watch it.
Let's see what the top 5. This is from Hollywood.
This is what they consider the Hollywood Reporter listed as the greatest movies of all time.
All right, let's do here. Let me switch back here to gaming.
It says
Okay.
show coach's browser history. But you don't want to see how much porn he looks at. That's just going to embarrass everyone.
It will. So number 10. Okay, Schneider.
Schindler's List.
Schindler's. Oh, okay. 2001: A Space Odyssey.
That's such an interesting movie.
E.T. number 8.
E.T. Okay,
The Godfather. Part 2.
such a good movie.
Casablanca.
I love that movie. So far, I'm on board.
Pulp Fiction number 5.
I'm on board with all these so far.
Shawshank Redemption.
Yep,
number 5.
I'd agree with that too.
Citizen Kane.
I'm
number
glad they didn't put that at number 1. I'm so tired of seeing that on the number 1.
5. Wizard of Oz number 2.
That's controversial. I'd say that would be controversial. Is it a great movie? Absolutely.
So my thing with this is there's a lot of stuff that went like terribly wrong with Wizard of Oz, and maybe things that you don't know about.
Oh, there's a ton. I've read a lot of books and seen a lot of like YouTube videos about all the weird stuff that happened on set, because this basically was like they did the movie like they do plays.
Mhm.
And they had all these massive sets and tons of people. There was accidents on the set. People got hurt. The Wicked Witch of the West, her face got burnt in the
Yep.
one scene. The one dude. There's like rumors that the one guy hung himself or there was an accident.
In the scene.
We don't really know if that's actually what happened because the people that make the movie said that that's not what happened. But
Yeah.
we want to talk about urban legends. The Wizard of Oz, just off of urban legends alone, it should be in the top 10.
Well, they said that the girl that plays Dorothy was like sexually harassed by the Munchkins.
I don't trust lists. There was a top 10 of tabletop games of all time, and D&D came in second to Monopoly. I think that you have to look at, in a list like that, overall relevance.
Yeah.
More people have played, I would say, Monopoly than have played
D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons.
True, 100%. All right, number 1.
But is that number growing?
It might.
More people play Dungeons and Dragons now than have ever played.
Okay, you ready for number 1?
I'm ready. Let's do this. See, I disagree with that because, while that's a great movie, I feel that The Godfather Part 2 was better than Part
You come to me in your time of need. All right, cool. All right,
1. What exactly we're doing? Well, we didn't really have a lot of weird content today, so we just figured we'd get up here and talk about stuff, and that's what we did.
and we did a really good job.
Yeah.
And we made an hour and 15 minutes.
We made an hour and 15 out of browsing history. Congratulations, guys, all for watching it. Well, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that has any list ever nailed it 100%? I mean, when you take a list, and especially when you get into like the top 10 or the top 5 of something, it's all based off of opinion.
Yeah.
I feel that even if they mention something that you feel really passionate about or something that you feel is really good, then you're on the same wavelength as far as they have taste. Maybe they didn't rate it as high because it's not their style, it's not their thing, it's not their genre. Like Monopoly and D&D, for example. Not everyone can sit down and play D&D. It's just not their thing. But how many people can you say have honestly never played Monopoly in some version, form, seen it played,
and
or have 6 or 7 copies of it in their damn house?
And that's 100% true. I mean, I can't disagree. Like I said, with that list,
It's kind of like I would say that ranks right up there with games like Scrabble. I
Yeah.
think Battleship.
yeah, because I mean, there's so many games out there that people won't buy because they've never heard of. But when you like, have you ever seen a commercial for D&D?
Yes.
But how long ago was that?
But you don't see them on like TV. I mean, they're in and out, and
But that's what I'm trying to say. You've seen
same thing with like Magic. I remember when Magic was out for the first couple of years it was out. I actually saw commercials. They were on late at night.
Yeah,
They were weird, and if thanks. He says we look good today. Thank you.
we fixed the lighting a little bit.
I would say that it's hard to make good advertisements for stuff like that.
And like I said, but like look at Monopoly. Monopoly blew up because guess who they?
I've never personally seen an ad for Monopoly ever.
I have.
I never
And
have.
and you want to know who it was with?
Who's that?
One of the number one fast food chains in the world,
Oh, McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
They you were playing Monopoly by just going up and ordering a quarter
Well,
pounder cheese.
that's why you've never gone to McDonald's and played D&D
Yeah,
ever.
they never gave you a
Ever.
a roll like a D20.
But I think that that's kind of what happened. Monopoly now, when they run the Monopoly game at McDonald's, sales increase.
They haven't ran it in so long.
They haven't, but every time that they've done it, the sales increase.
Oh yeah,
Every time people are like, "Well, I got to get that Park Place, bro. You know,
Yeah.
I
Well,
got to get that $1 million."
because you sit there and think, I mean, dude, I've been so happy. I get turned up off of a fucking free 10-piece McNugget. Like I'm happy. Like that's $1 million to me.
That's funny.
Yeah, it looks a lot better. Hey, we appreciate it. It's a little bit better lighting in here than what we had in the dungeon. And we're still working on it. It's still going to constantly improve. We got a ton of stuff to add to the walls.
So just to let you guys know, we may not be doing any extra streams. I may try to sneak on and do like a Magic stream or something here and there just to keep my thing relevant, but it's going to be very difficult for me to get on streaming right now. Everything is chaotic right now.
And I'm just about ready.
You're almost done. You've got a couple things you got to do still in this room, but overall you're about ready to come back.
As soon as I run all of, I can't reach it. I gotta run all 62 feet of these. Oh, camera's over here. Got 2 packs of these. Got to run them, and then after I run all these, I should be good. I will be officially done. And I gotta hang some stuff on the wall, but I need a stud finder, and now I can't use myself.
Did you try Home Depot or did you try Lowe's?
I tried Home Depot for the stud finder.
I had to go to Lowe's.
I'm not going back out.
Why?
I'm-
Just go.
I'm gonna order it on Amazon.
God, just stop being so anti. It's probably
Well-
right down the street. You can probably just go get one right now.
Well,
and you'll be
actually,
done.
I
You could mount that today.
actually fun story. I actually ripped my mask right when I went to Home Depot today. Like,
You don't have any more masks?
no, I'm out.
Don't they give you some at the store?
No,
Some places do.
Nope.
So
Some
how?
pla-
Okay. So what if you have no masks?
that's what I'm trying to.
And you need to go buy a mask.
That's the 7 wonders. Of
You know what I mean? Like, okay, so I have no mask, but I need to go in the store so I can buy some masks. You have like a handkerchief or
So what I
something
was
you can wrap
what
on
I
your
was gonna
face?
do if I didn't have one, I was going to wrap this shirt around and just wear the. Other
I'd
shirt.
just do that. That's what I would do.
But I just need to go buy one. Amazon bitches.
Okay.
That's true.
First of all, I agree.
Bezos.
Amazon.
Bezos wins again.
But if you need it right now,
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
Amazon doesn't show up in 10 minutes. Like, here's your mask, girl. Gotcha. We out. They're not Uber Eats, you know?
that's true.
Not yet.
But they're getting there.
They're getting close.
But yeah, we got to add some LED lights. Those LED lights are actually pretty cool. I'll probably do a review on them for you guys. If you guys are looking for.
I'm curious to see what that particular brand looks like, considering that you said it works with Smart Tech too.
So, well, what this will work with is if you plug these in, these smart whatever, you can pair them up with your Alexa. So what you can do, and these are, like I said, these are powered by.
It looks like you can control it with apps like Android and
Yep.
iPhone.
Yep, and you can. It's super duper easy.
and you can basically say turn my setup on. And I believe, and I may ask you, with these, can you actually plug in a power adapter into it?
Like, what do you mean? More than one?
Like if I like the
Power strip?
power strip to it.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
got to remember that it'll turn everything off.
I know.
If that's what you want, yeah, you absolutely can.
Okay. Well, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I didn't know how safe it was,
No, it'll definitely work.
but
It'd be no different than okay. What that thing is it's like a pass through, so it's not going to be any more dangerous or whatever than if you plugged in a 3 strip into an outlet. It's going to be the same.
the only thing that would suck about putting a pair of underwear on my head is if they were dirty.
I've seen what you do with your underwear.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. I've decided that I don't like your bathroom downstairs
It's too small.
because of the mirror.
Oh, when you shit.
When you're in here and you're taking a shit, man, you can see your shit faces. And I'm like, I look like that? Oh God, that's awful. I'm so glad no one has to sit here and watch me while I'm doing that.
You just don't want to eat Taco Bell and stare at yourself in the mirror.
No, it's the worst.
Because, yeah. But as you can see, we're kind of done with topics for the day.
Now at this point, we're just seeing how long you listen to us talk about absolutely nothing.
Yeah, we might even turn this to an ASMR. I'm going to start tapping on like the microphone and run my nails through it.
Nah, I mean, I still got some stuff to do. I got a bunch of cables and stuff to run at the house.
Well, I'll let you get home
So,
since I know you
plus,
gotta
I got to play some
more games.
Ghost of Tsushima. Tsushima.
That's badass. Guys, thank you guys all so much for showing up. Episode 59. See you guys next week for episode 60. We are so excited. More and more progress is being made, and we can't do it without you guys. So until next time, see you next week. Anything else to add?
I'll be on stream sometime this week. I have to. I don't have a choice. Got to do it.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.